Whoa, 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 hit the brakes. Hey, did you notice that video was from 2016? Well, it's May 2021. I gained a lot of that weight back, but not all of it, and that's not going to happen. So here we go again. I hope you will join me on my journey. Let's do this together, and join me, shall you? Hey everybody, Daryl Narby here, and let me start by saying thank you so much for all your support for my weight loss journey, my YouTube channel, my motivational videos, everything, my home business videos, everything. I really appreciate all your support. I'm getting a lot of questions about what am I doing for this weight loss journey. As you may or may not know, I have a past about 4 years ago where I lost upwards of 150 pounds. Over that sense of the time, I've gained a lot of it back, not all of it. That's not going to happen like the intro says. And now I'm getting back to that routine of eating healthier and following what I did in the past. Now, in the past, I had the help of a prescription pill that called phentermine that helped me with not thinking about food, appetite suppression, and it gave me energy and all that. That was an amphetamine type of pill that they can only prescribe you in limited amounts. So ever since then, I've sort of been looking on and off for different things that would be comparable to that. And fortunately, I found that this time, and I wanted to give it some time, a few weeks to kick in and check to see if it really was something I wanted to promote or anything like that. And I can absolutely unequivocally say I love these products. But anyways, I start with a drink in the morning, one supplement. It gives me sustained appetite suppression all throughout the day. And I don't even start thinking about food until the dinner time. Now I'm doing something called intermittent fasting, and what that is where you have a window of time. In my case, it's 2 to 3 hours from like 6 to 8 p.m. or 6 to 9 p.m. or so, where I will eat my food for the day. I don't eat anything during the day. I wake up in the morning around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I take care of the things, responsibilities I have here with my wife and my dogs, and then I will take my morning drink. I will take my capsule, and I go about my day, and the only thing I really will have is ice water. And I don't even miss anything. It gets to be around that 3, 4 o'clock range, then I start to think, what am I going to have for dinner? It's not out of hunger, it's knowing that I have to have something each day. You don't want to be not eating for a long period of time. You want to just have that intermittent fasting and intermittent window of eating, in my case. Now, this is somebody coming from somebody who's 55 years old, has done this before, has a lot of weight to lose. You may not be in that situation. You may be somebody who has just a little bit to lose, or just wants to feel healthier, feel happier, and just have more energy. There's so many benefits to what I'm doing, and not just the drink and the supplement, but the food choices that I make that help those things happen. Now, I'll get this right out of the way. If you would like to private message me, I'd love to chat with you, and I'd love to hear what you need or what your goal is. And I have a group that I belong to that has over 100 testimonials from people that I can tag you in. There's nothing to it. You can leave it if you want, but like if you tell me, well, I got some aches and pains, and I picked up 20 pounds over this pandemic, and you're a female lady who's in her 30s, I can find some testimonials that people have that might benefit you, and they can talk about their journey of diet and what they're using and things like that. So it's awesome. Don't be afraid to private message me. I'm not going to try to sell you anything, but I do want to help you, and I mean that. Okay, so basically, I get up in the morning, I take those couple items, I go throughout my day. I have a lot more sustained energy without jitters, and I get projects done, things that my wife has been wanting me to do for a long time, whether it's just cleaning up this room or cleaning off a table, that kind of things. I get it done, and then I think I just heard a little sarcastic little "ha" in the background. Well, I'll address that later. Anyways, We try to, you know, this is what's awesome about doing this is you actually feel better, man. This world puts you so often, you can raise yourself up, and I'll tell you what, there's no shame in the game of having a little help. We all need a little help. If I can find my mood getting better, and if I can find appetite suppressant by getting these products, and what I save in not buying food is pays for the products by themselves, to be honest with you. We were talking about that the other night. I said, you know, usually we order, you know, wings and whatever and sub or whatever, and it's like, God, it's like 30, 40. It gets ridiculous. But anyways, that's what I'm doing, so that during that window of time, then I'll eat ketogenically. Now, one thing, if you're watching this channel or new to this channel, I'm not going to ever pretend I'm any kind of expert on anything, especially like with keto and that. I have a basic good understanding, and I spend a lot of time. There's a guy named Thomas DeLauer, and there's a guy named Dr. Berg, and I'll put those links in my YouTube description. Their channels are excellent, man. They have hundreds and hundreds of videos about keto, and they both come at it with different angles as far as how much they get into it and your options and things. It's definitely worth checking them out. They're my go-to guys anytime I think about having a meal or something. I often double check some things. So let's talk about a little bit about meals. Now, I went shopping yesterday, and I just figured I'm just going to do something quick. The ketogenic process is basically following some macros, and you don't have to count things and all that, really. What you're looking to do is that you want to have a medium to high protein content, you want to have a high healthy fat content, and you want to have low carbs. That is a keto-friendly diet. You can get into a ketogenic hardcore diet, go to those guys, and they can give you the details. I'm just giving you the basic rundown that you want medium to high protein, you want very low carbs, and you want healthy high fats. So I went shopping, and it's a good time to just show you some of the things, and I'll just randomly go through that. You know, one of the things that isn't friendly on diets, the keto diet, is bread. And that's often the #1 thing that people miss. And it's easy to get over when you start losing some weight and you start feeling better, I'll tell you that much. And there's some absolutely delicious things that you can have that are keto friendly that you don't want to ignore because it's not your traditional line of thinking. You have to change your mindset whenever you start any kind of journey. Whether it's a weight loss journey, a business journey, a relationship, you have to change your mindset sometime. So it's about, for all these past 5 years, I basically started to eat whatever I wanted. Now it's time to say, you know what? It's time to cut some things out and eat healthier. You know, there's nothing wrong with quote-unquote sacrifice, but you also have a lot of options. Many people think they're limited to eating steaks and vegetables. And that's the only thing you can ever eat is steaks and vegetables on a keto diet. Well, I'll tell you what, that's not true, and it is wonderful to be able to eat meat because I'm a meat eater, and you know, the veggies complement the plate and give you those healthy nutrients that are needed. Veggies have carbs, so you want to watch. I'm not going to get into great detail, but broccoli's better. Let's put it, broccoli's a cruciferous vegetable. That's better than eating carrots, which has a lot of natural sugar inside it, type of deal. So let me just talk a little bit about, get right to it. Eggs. Oh, let me also start by, in a perfect world, getting organic, pasture-raised everything is the key. The, you know, key component to things. I don't necessarily do that because it gets expensive. I don't have easy access to it here right off the bat, so I just do my shopping. Forgive me, the phone's ringing. So let me just get right to it. So I go to Walmart, and Walmart has a free-range organic eggs. These are great. Pasture-raised would be better, but these are fantastic. You work with what you have and the best that you have. Okay, so eggs. You can have a lot of eggs. They have very low carbohydrates. Now, we talked a little bit about steak. You know, it's great. I don't need to pick up expensive strip steaks. They had strip steaks there that were 2 medium-sized steaks that were like 2 for $22. Here's some chuck steak cut thin for 12 bucks. and there's a lot of meat here, and you can make it tender by the way you cook it. Okay? Hamburgers. Awesome. You know, you say, oh, hamburgers. Yep, get the nice fatty, 80-20, get that nice fat in there, and they're awesome and easy. And you say, hey, what's a hamburger if I'm just going to eat hamburgers and I can't have any buns? Well, think of a hamburger with a nice egg over the top or some Swiss cheese over the top and say, oh, but I'm still missing that bun. Well, I'll tell you what. Portobello mushrooms, almost no carbohydrates. You take these, you broil them, you give them little pat downs because they tend to hold a lot of liquid, and you have a top bun and a bottom bun. Or think about this nice steak and have a beautiful portobello mushroom on top with some butter on top. That's awesome. And it's keto friendly. Have some veggies on the side. You know, we talk about vegetables. You can also have rice cauliflower. How many of you people have heard all the things you can do with cauliflower? Ton of things you can do, and has very low carbohydrates. Less than 3 grams per serving. That's awesome. You know, you don't always have to have food. You want to do a lot of label looking here, and follow Dr. Berg and Thomas DeLauer, and they'll tell you about reading labels. DeLauer's huge on the label thing. He can go to the dollar store and pick out a keto-friendly diet. It was awesome. I watched the video yesterday. You know, I buy things like pre-cooked chicken strips that they use for fajitas. This is awesome. You have this with some greens, and you have a meal. You know, snacks. What can I eat that's crunchy on keto? There's nothing to eat that's crunchy, damn it! There is. There's pork rinds. And you might say, ooh, pork rinds. Eat them. I'll tell you, the crunch is great. And if you take a little bit of salsa, you look at the back of the salsa label. I have a jar in there. And you look, and you want to find the ones that do not have added salt on it. Take a look at the carbs to double check. Find something that's low in carbs. And you take a little bit of that, put it in a dish, put that jar or bottle away, so that you only have a little bit in here, and you take your crunchies and slightly dip, and you've got a wonderful salsa crunchy snack. Okay? Let's see. Oh, healthy fats. You know, you want to use those fatty burgers. You want to get some omega-3, so I do some of the oily fishes with the salmon and things like that. And you also have your tuna and things like that. But they are all full of some great stuff. Avocados, you know, you can't go wrong. This is a very healthy fat. It also aids with that feeling of being full. So you have a ton of options, you know, and then you can just even go for the easy. Sometimes I just don't want to mess with anything. I don't even feel like going to get like a little thing for salsa. I have the Atkins. Boom. I have a snack. Last night this was my meal. I had this. And I had some pork rinds and a little bit of salsa. That was my dinner, the only thing I ate all day, and I felt fantastic. That just gives you a little bit of a look, you know. There's other things. You have to be careful on nuts, but a lot of nuts, like almonds and walnuts, offer the omegas that help you, the omega fats that are wonderful for this kind of diet, this kind of lifestyle. And that's all I'll share for today. I don't want this to go too much longer. Thank you so much. Hit me up in Messenger if you want. If you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would help me out. Watch it a little bit. I'm trying to gain some traction with that. And I hope I hear from you. God bless all of you. I love all of you. Thank you again for your support. And I will talk to you soon.